Hey you, welcome to my podcast. Do you like amebo, unsolicited advice, and very unconventional opinions about Christianity, mental health, and psychology? Then you're in the right place. It's Monday Morning Brand with Miss James H&M. Let's go!
Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Monday Morning Brands podcast. I hope you had a very lovely weekend and you're ready for the week and the work the week has to offer you. I'm so happy rainy season has finally started. I hope it's raining properly and effectively on your end. We have been treating subtle reasons why your relationship don't last. And under that, we've been treating attachment styles for the past 2 weeks now. I think this is the third week. And last week, I spoke about the treatment for the anxious attachment style. So this week, I'm going to be treating the avoidant and the disorganized. Please and please, if you've not listened to the first episode on attachment style, which is subtle reasons part 3, is it part 4? Part 3, I think. Then last week, attachment styles treatment part 1. Please go and listen to those 2 episodes so you will not be lost on this one. If this is your first time clicking on the link your friend has been posting or you just stumbled on my podcast, you are welcome. Please, this also includes you, so you are not lost this week. Go back to 2 episodes ago and last episode. Listen to this too so you can understand what we're talking about. Moving on. This week, we're going to be talking about the treatment for the avoidant attachment style. The avoidant people are the ones that are always running away from anything that has to do with feelings. They don't like to be vulnerable. They don't like anything that looks like a long commitment promising relationship. So they often lean into casual relationships because they don't want to get in too deep. These are the avoidant people. So treating that now, getting from being an avoidant person to being a more secure person in your relationships. The first thing is also the first thing I spoke about for the anxious, which is accepting the fact that there's a problem. I need to allow myself vulnerable. I need to let myself feel. I don't always have to be numb about everything or avoid anything that makes me have a sense of feeling or anything like that, vulnerability. Accept that it is a problem you need to fix. Accept that independence doesn't strive or it doesn't help you thrive in a good relationship. Of course, you still have some sense of independence in relation, even in marriage. There are some things you do for yourself, you do by yourself that your partner doesn't necessarily do with you. But that sense of independence that makes it so that anybody being in your space is a problem, even someone you're in a relationship with or your friends is an issue. So accept that this thing, me not wanting to be in the space or in a space with people I claim to care about is a problem. Whenever your friends come around to visit you, you're so uncomfortable, you don't like it, or you're harboring the thought of when I get married, I want to have a separate room from my partner, things like that. Accept that it's not the ideal. It's not what relationship is meant to be. Relationship is healthy codependence. You can't be independent by yourself, decisions by yourself. Why is he asking me where I'm going to? It's not only guys that avoid that too. Like I said, let's always be open-minded to the idea of both genders having these issues. But many of us tend to feel, oh, ladies are the anxious ones, men are the avoidant. No, they are avoidant women. There are women that is the man that falling in love, is the man self that is like, when are we getting married? And she's like, I'm not ready. Please don't even bring any talk of marriage into this talk. We are just doing something casual. I don't want anything serious. It's not all women that lean to the idea of marriage. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm getting married. There are women that are just like, I beg you, marriage I don't want to do. So there are avoidant women, there are avoidant men. This attachment styles is not gender specific, it's gender neutral. Abi, wetin be the English wey is gender neutral, meaning both genders can have them. So you not wanting your friends around you, you always want to be by yourself. Any sense of somebody being in your space is a problem, even when it's somebody you care about. Accept that it is an issue and begin to work on it. Working on it now is number one, learning to open up your boundary spaces for other people you care about to be inside. You can do it gradually, right? For the anxious people now is to set boundaries because they are the ones that will accept anybody into their space, even when they don't want you. They will squat somebody or keep somebody in their house for 2 years when the person said they wanted to stay 2 months, and they will be so uncomfortable, but you will not say anything about it. That's for the anxious. For the avoidant now, they are the ones that will say no. Even their sibling, they'll be like, no, please, you can't live with me. So open up your boundary to the people you care about. There are people you care about. You are just blocking out the feelings of caring for them. Open up your heart, open up your boundaries. Those boundary walls you have put in place, be removing, at least remove 2 blocks in the middle portion this week. Next week, remove another block from the upper portion. Be putting small, small holes in your wall so that people can feel the kind of person you are, because I feel most avoidant people tend to be very reliable friends in the sense that they are grounded. When they want to be there for you, they will hold you well. But it shouldn't be something that just happens occasionally. Open up your boundary to allowing people feel you and allowing yourself feel other people. What I mean by that is people tend to come to you, they are vulnerable to you, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, why is this person telling me about their life problem? Accept it, right? Relationship is mutual vulnerability. There's no guarding up. In a relationship that is working, you shouldn't feel like you have to feel safe. You shouldn't feel like you have to protect yourself. Because now I'm digressing, but that's one doctrine that is flying around now that I think needs to be corrected. This teaching people, women and men, to be guarded up in relationship. No, love is vulnerability. Love is genuine vulnerability. Love is, in some sense, foolishness. You can't, Jesus did not love us conditionally. He didn't love us with guarding up. If not by guarding up before, as them lash out one stroke like this of that, 39 strokes of cane that they, as they give am the first one, be like, no, abeg, I no come this relationship cause suffer. If for hold the soldier hand, just e no even need hold am, e go just look am, that one go fall down. The people wey wan arrest am too go fall go left. He loved us unconditionally. He gave himself. He could take his life for himself. He could keep his life if he wanted to, but he gave up his life. And he has called us to replicate that in marriages. So in a godly marriage, you're not supposed to be guarded up. Let me protect my feelings, so let me not be vulnerable before they will use it against me. If you feel like that in your relationship, then I think you're not with the right partner. Or it might not be about your partner, it's about you now. If you're an avoidant person, that means that means you need to fix that thing in your head that makes you always feel you have to be guarded up. When somebody genuinely opens up themselves to you, allow your gates to open as well. Even if it's gradual creaks, you open it small, gradually, but open up your heart to this person. So you don't unknowingly punish somebody you care about, because not opening up to somebody to genuinely feel them, to genuinely allow them love you wholly is not right. Be vulnerable with them. Open up your heart. Let them feel you. Let them understand you. When you are feeling something, explain it. Try vulnerability. Once, even if it's once in 2 months, once in 3 months, you are feeling a certain way. Try to be vulnerable with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your wife or your husband, whichever category it falls, or your friend, self, if you are single, or your friend. Oh, I had a stressful week. This at work, it was horrible. My boss yelled at me. Try vulnerability. You will see that it actually feels good to be able to lean on others. So you are not always leaning on yourself for strength for everything. Nobody in this life was built to be an island. Oh. You're not supposed to be by yourself and be struggling by yourself, except in certain seasons when God is calling you to solitude and some sort of dealing with Him. So it separates you out. That's different. But when your entire life is always being separated from other people, that is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. So, as an avoidant person, if you don't learn to begin to open up your mind to your friends when they come to you to be vulnerable to you, I'm not saying that's now the time to also be vulnerable. You can choose a separate time when you are feeling either um you're drowning in stress or something is wrong with you. In that season, for you to confide in them, talk to somebody, talk to your partner, let your partner know that you are resting on them for emotional support. Relationship is mutual support, mutual emotional support. You should be there for each other. It's not only you that should be there for them. They should be there for you, but they can't be there for you if you don't open up your heart to them. So learn to open up your boundaries a little bit more. All the time your friends will invite you out. I'm not available, I'm busy. One of those days, agree and go. Go have fun. You don't always have to be by yourself. Go out, chill with your friends. You will be surprised how good it feels to be around people you care about or people that care about you both ways. It feels very good hanging out with friends. And sometimes not just going out to hang out with them. The ones that have been saying, I want to come and visit you, allow them come. Many of your friends don't know where you live. Or none. None of your friends know where your house is. It is well. It is well. Try. That one that you like the most in your friend group, allow that person come visit you one of these days. And even if they wear their shoe into your house, because that's one thing, even me, I have an issue with people that wear shoe now into my house. I understand there are people that don't care, that don't bother about that, they don't mind. But me, I mind. So as an avoidant person, even if they walk with their shoes into your house and you don't like it, just allow it. You can mop when they leave now. You can sweep and mop after they leave. Allow yourself feel people. Allow them into your space. Allow them be vulnerable with you. Be to you rather. Allow them be vulnerable to you and allow yourself be vulnerable to them. Especially in a romantic relationship, so that your partner will not feel it's a one-sided thing. They are always the one communicating feelings. You know they communicate any feelings. You just swallow them, swallow them. Learn to externalize. You can also journal. Journal helps across different attachment styles. Honestly, journaling in general is a very good thing. Write down things, write down your thoughts, write down your ideas, write down things you genuinely deep down think about, but you're not bold enough to say out. Like, I want to feel loved. I want to feel genuine, deep love. I want to hopelessly love somebody. I want to love somebody so much my head will feel like it wants to explode. Things like that. Allow yourself to even remotely think about it so you can begin to feel people, begin to enjoy your relationships more. Okay, let me know about this. You get the point. Open up your space and your heart to other people so you can feel life and see color in life. You stop seeing in black and white. Yes. Next point is effective communication. It's attached to this opening up your boundary space. And for avoidance now, communicating can be tricky because they don't even know how to express what they are feeling sometimes. So, like I said, journaling helps. It helps to at least pull your thoughts together. And then now to the part of opening up your mouth to say, this is what is wrong with me. There are some times you genuinely don't want to talk and you want to be by yourself. It's fine. When you're in a relationship or a marriage, that's when you now communicate. So your partner does not begin to feel as if they are the problem or you are feeling irritated by their presence. Communicate. Tell them, babe, I beg you, in this period, I need like an hour to just refresh my mind. I need to read a book. I need to chill. Please, can you just give me like a few hours? I feel like being by myself. I just want to refuel. My social battery is burning out, or I feel burnt out. And this is not to say you are not refreshing or you make me feel choked. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just sometimes feel like being by myself. You need to communicate that. Let your partner know. And you, the partner too. It's not now the time to be feeling sensitive. And, hey, so you don't want me around. You don't want to be by my side. No. Different people need different things. For avoidant people, they sometimes need that alone time, even when they're in relationships. That period that they are doing something just by themselves is actually healthy, even for other attachment styles. It's healthy to learn to be by yourself sometimes. So if they are communicating to you, they want to be alone, it is fine, or they want to do something by themselves, it is fine. Don't feel like it's an attack to you. So as an avoidant person, communicate with your partner. Okay, I had a stressful week at work. That's why I'm moody. Has nothing to do with you. I'm sorry that I look moody or I'm sad or I snapped at you. I'm really sorry. I just need to clear my head. Communicate it. Open your mouth and talk. So the person will not go just there, they think, wetin call this up? Wetin dey happen? Talk. Talk to your partner. Talk to your friends. Some of you ghost your friends for so long and they are like, wetin they will message you, you will not reply the messages, they will wait and wait and wait for the response. So they will even forget when they message you sef until you now reply 6 months after. How? As how? Learn to communicate with people when you need space. Like, I'm sorry, I just need time to recoup by myself. I need time to be by myself. I'll talk to you when I get out of this headspace. And actually, if you are married now, that one is even different. You have to talk about it. Okay? You can't do I don't want to talk about it. No. You are married, you will talk. What you will do now is give a time frame, like, okay, I need maybe 2 days. Can we talk? Today is Monday. Can we talk about this Wednesday? I just need to pull my thoughts together and just think by myself. I love you, but I need space for now. That is communicating. So communicate with your partner. Don't just shut them out and block them out and make them feel like they are just your roommates. It's not right to them, and it's not right for you as well. So you don't always feel like you have to lean on yourself. Allow yourself lean on other people. And they will understand you better if you communicate what you're feeling. So honestly, communication cuts across different things. Just open your mouth and talk. Talking is very good. It's healthy. It's nice. It's good. Right? So that will be it for effective. I don't want to beat it too much. Let's move to the next point. This one also attaches to the last point I just said, which is opening up your boundary, which is challenge your comfort zone. You don't always have to be in your comfort. Step out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to build deeper connections with people. Challenge yourself to build deeper relationship with people. Your friends don't know how many people there are in your family. They don't know how many friends you have. They don't know how many siblings you have. They don't know who your mom or your dad is. Open up your space and your heart to people. Step out of your comfort zone. Learn about people. Practice empathy as well. Empathy can be difficult for avoidant people because they themselves don't know how to dwell in their feelings. They think so logically, they move on from feelings to reality so quickly. So they don't necessarily know how to be empathetic towards someone is feeling this certain way, they are crying or they are doing one thing. You just be irritated by waiting they worry this one. So learn empathy. Learn, oh, this person is crying. That means this thing must really hurt their feelings. Learn to understand people's feelings. Learn to be empathetic towards their feelings. And in a relationship now, you don't have to logically or what's the word? Yeah, I think logically is the word. Think about somebody else's feelings, right? When they are telling you this is how I feel, listen to what they are saying. Learn empathy, learn to be empathetic towards what they are saying. Attempt make a trial at sympathy, okay? Small pity them small, and oh, this is how you are feeling. So sorry about that. Sorry that that's how you're feeling. Okay, you feel better. Maybe they are complaining about the stressful day they had, and you're like, that's what adult life is. Suck it up. No, it's not every time that is tough love, tough love. There are sometimes who want soft love. Hug them, give them a pat on the back, buy them something to eat, Also in relationship, learn it's not just empathy now. To be romantic, right? Avoidant people struggle at being this we are planning dates, we are doing romantic things. It can be difficult for them sometimes. Not that they don't want to do it, they just don't know to do it. You understand? So try. You see a nice dress, buy it for your partner. You see a nice shirt, buy it for your boyfriend. Try to like buy them gifts or gestures that they will appreciate. Send them one romantic reel that you saw or something. Send them something sweet. Write an intentional text message. I really appreciate what you do for me. I thank you for being in my life, for choosing me. Things like that. Say it, type it out. You will not bend into a different shape. Try it. Don't don't just block yourself out, or you're doing relationship like it's manual, or you're just not interested. It can be either of those things. Be open-minded to other things like going on dates, having fun. And when your partner is trying to be close, don't say things like, you're too clingy, you're gummy body too go, you're making me feel uncomfortable. No, learn to accept, you know the lovey-dovey part of love. I know it makes you feel uncomfortable, it can be uncomfortable for you, but learn to accept it and also give it. There are sometimes in your head, maybe you feel, hugging this person, you feel like hug your partner, hold their hands when you guys are out. Small PDA here, I say here and there. Yes, here and there. Small PDA here and there will not make you curve into another shape. Try it. Try the soft kind of love. It's very nice. I promise you, do it. Show affection, both physical, psychological affection, in the sense of verbalizing things that you feel towards your partner, nice things that you feel towards them. Verbalize it. Say it to them. I really appreciate you. I love you so much. I love you is one thing that will never grow. I love you. I love you. Say it as much as you can. Not in a way that it now loses meaning, no. But tell your partner as often as possible how much you love them. And when you're talking with your partner or with friends, maintain eye contact, compliment people, give hugs, hold hands, be intentional about feeling people and them feeling you as well. I think this will be all for avoidance. I'm thinking now, let's just treat disorganized this week so we can move on to other things. For disorganized, all of the above for avoidance and also for anxious applies to the disorganized, right? So if you think you are in the disorganized category, listen to last week's episode about how to treat the anxious, and also listen to this week's episode about how to treat the avoidance. Then specifically now for disorganized, you need to recognize your triggers. What are those things that trigger you to either run or trigger you to be angry, offended, or want to just freeze or just ghost, ghosting your partner, walking away and ghosting and not talking to them for weeks? What are those things that tend to trigger you? You need to know what your triggers are. And triggers, let me explain what triggers can be things that remind you of those trauma those traumatic things you experience. Triggers are things that people do that you perceive as offensive, not necessarily because those things are offensive, but because of what you've been through, it tends to be offensive to you. Those are triggers. So things that makes you feel offended or feel sad or angry from your partner or from friends and other things, that is what your trigger is. So know what your triggers are. Is it when people are jesting and they talk about a particular kind of physical attribute you have? makes you just get angry, and know what your triggers are. Or it can even be certain words. I watched a movie recently, and she was fighting with this woman that was trying to ask her that, and the woman told her, shh. And the shoe was what triggered her into this blind rage, because when she was a child, her mother shushed her when she was going through a very difficult time, something like that. So it can be things as small as that. Somebody telling you calm down or shush, shut up. Shut up is offensive, but keep quiet and listen. Something like keep quiet and listen can trigger somebody. So things like that that feels like your trigger. Know what those triggers are. Know why those things trigger you. Whenever somebody tells me to calm down, it triggers me because you get. So know what your triggers are. For instance, now let me still use that calm down category. Your partner tells you calm down, you're overreacting, or just calm down first. And you do, don't tell me to calm down. Think to yourself, why is calming? Someone can tell you to calm down if in the moment you're beginning to get angry. Do you understand? It doesn't necessarily mean they think you're crazy, but you feel triggered by someone telling you to calm down because in the past someone told you to calm down, and on top of that they say calm down, you're acting crazy, you're a weirdo. So people, it might be that when you were young you heard it a lot, you are so weird, you're a weird person, calm down, you're acting crazy. So whenever somebody tells you to calm down, and they don't necessarily mean it in the same light as those things you heard growing up that sunk into your being, they don't mean it in the same in the same, what's the word now, in the same gravity. Yes, they don't mean it in the same gravity of, oh, you're crazy or you're weird. They're just telling you, you're getting angry, please calm down. They don't mean it as an offense. So learn what your triggers are and begin to understand that it's not necessarily what you've heard in the past, those things you've internalized. It's not necessarily what's happening again. So learn to calm your mind and begin to breathe through those triggers. When you hear those words or those actions repeat themselves, think logically. Oh, this person doesn't mean it like that. It's not what they mean. This thing they said does not mean this thing I've internalized for so long. They might not mean it to hurt me. They don't mean it to hurt me. So I don't have to be triggered by it. So learn to calm your nerves, learn to talk to yourself, and um, affirm yourself. Yes, I am worthy of love. It's okay for me to accept love. It's okay for me to be vulnerable and for people to be vulnerable with me. It's okay for people to say things like this and for it not to mean what I've always thought it means. Okay? Like, oh, he's telling me to calm down. It doesn't mean I'm a crazy person, or it doesn't mean I'm a weirdo. He's saying I should calm down because I'm raising my voice and I seem like I'm angry. Does that make sense? I think I've tried my best to explain it the best way I can. So learn your triggers and learn to handle them in a calm and reflective manner. Another point I'll say that sounds sort of generic and it looks like you're just talking. Who does that help? Is for you to face the traumas you've experienced in the past. Face your past and heal from them. Tell yourself these things you experienced is not your fault. It happened and it's okay for it to stay in the past. I'm going to move on from these things that have happened to me. I'm going to move on. I'm going to allow myself feel loved. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of accepting love. Now, for people that tend to go to toxic partners because you grew up in a rather toxic family dynamic, it's okay for you to accept proper love. So tell yourself, I am worthy of love. This guy that is beating me, or this girl that is always verbally abusive to me, that is not what love is. So sit down, study and read, and also with your social media consuming things, consume healthy relationship kind of things. Whenever you see he dey beat him wife, or she dey cheat on am, he dey kiniko, scroll and pass anything that triggers those things, those thoughts in your mind that makes it so that you feel love is fake, men are wicked, those generic things people say, women are horrible, men are all the same, all men cheat. The things you've experienced that makes you think like that, when you now see it in form of content, please scroll and pass it. Then sit down. Journaling helps. So it helps across all the attachment styles. Sit down and write the things you want in your relationship. If you are not in a relationship yet, fine, do the same thing. If you're already in a relationship, fine, do it. What are those things you believe true love to be? Write them down. Write them down. Then read. Many of us don't like to read. Read positive things about relationship. When you see healthy content, people appreciating their partners. Me, for one, I like to see old couples online, people that have been married for 30 something years, and you see them still being on lovey dovey. So when I see those kind of videos, I will tell my feed, interested, so suggest more of this to me. Do the same thing. Surround yourself with the idea of proper true love. True love is not abuse. True love is not toxic. True love does not beat you. True love does not belittle you and make you feel you are nothing. That's not what love is. Surround yourself with what actual love is. Sacrifice, your partner putting you first, your partner being selfless with you, loving you unconditionally. You see videos online of partners that had an accident or something, and they show videos of how the wife or the husband helped the person through that process till they were able to work again or feed themselves again, write again, and all those things. Consume those kind of contents. Leave all those, if they beat in wife, the wife they cheat on them, leave those kind of contents. Move away from them. You already have enough of that internalized. So to purge the ones you've taken in, you need to now take in the positive ones. With time, osmosis, being a diffusion, it will diffuse out the negative ideas you have about love, and it will fill your mind with what actual love is supposed to be. Now, it's not just with content alone. Listen to sermons. For instance, Emmanuel Iren and his wife, now they married really early, and when you hear them talk about the process from, I think he married at 24, both of them were 24 or 25, I can't remember, something, stories like that. Listen to sermons like that. Listen to Daddy Adeboye talk about his wife, positive things. So it's not just content, the ones that are doing lovey-dovey TikTok, this thing, they come and hear that they broke up later. I'm not talking about just content. Reality types, like the ones that is real stories, real people. Watch them, listen to them, and also surround yourself with them. You have friends that have been in very good relationships, or they are currently in a good relationship or in a good marriage. Visit them more. When they talk about their partner, oh, my husband did this for me, my wife bought me this thing. Instead of you in your mind be telling yourself, it is well, I hope it's not fake. All this one now, that's how they be talking about love. In the end, you still come and cheat on you. I see comments like that, like people commenting on a wedding post, for instance. I saw that once. A lady posted the video collage of when her and her partner started dating in high school, how they grew up, went to college together, and then got married, and now they have a kid, and and all of that, and how she was talking about how wonderful her husband is. And then me entering the comments, trying to see, more positivity, and then somebody says, he will still cheat on you. You can just tell how much of negativity that person has internalized, enough for you to see that kind of cute video, and that's what comes out of you. So you don't become that person. Begin to internalize positive love stories that are real. When your friend is talking about their partner, instead of doing, okay, do initially it might look like you are pretending to do that, but with time, that actually begins to sink into your heart, like, if my friend can have this kind of love, that means good men, there are still good men out there. There are still good women out there that will not make you feel useless or make you feel like a useless man because you don't have plenty money. So look around you. The people that have safe and good relationships, keep them around you. Visit them, see what their home dynamic is, ask them questions, talk to them. Talk to them. I don't believe that there's anybody that cannot heal from past hurts or past trauma. It's horrible the things some people have gone through in life. It's sometimes you hear stories and it brings tears to your eyes, and I begin to think to myself, how this kind of person won't take heal from this kind of experience. You hear things. Oh my God, there are some people that have experienced horrible things. I read one story last week about how this guy was sharing how he has been to about, is it 12 foster homes since his mom abandoned him and went to jail. Not necessarily abandoned him, but she was doing drugs and then she got arrested or something like that. And it was sort of a long term jail something. And the dad was never in the picture. So he started moving from foster home to foster home. And the kind of things he experienced in some of those foster homes. You hear stories and you're like, hey, people they go through this kind of thing. So honestly, if that kind of person now does some kind of thing, so it makes sense. But still, own your pain. You can own it and heal from it. And you know me, I always bring Jesus into the case because I believe in therapy, but I don't believe in therapy without God. Because I've seen people that went to therapy 10, 12, 15 years. The therapist just they collect their money. If you add that kind of therapy now add God inside, you will move past that hurt, you will move past that trauma, and you can move from that into being healed and being loved and also loving back. So tell yourself, I can heal from this pain. Whatever the pain is, you were raped as a child, you lived with your auntie, her husband molested you, and she herself was beating the living daylight out of you. You still have those scars and all of that. Tell yourself, these things, people did them to me. It doesn't mean I am unworthy of love. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of being loved by somebody. I deserve love. And trust God as well with your feelings. Many of us don't like to. It looks like talking to God about your feelings is wasting prayer time. No. Scripture says he's close to the brokenhearted and he heals their wounds. He's close to the brokenhearted. Let that sink into your mind. Jesus is close to the brokenhearted. So he creates a special time for people that have gone through things in life. He wants to comfort you. He wants to hold you tight. He wants to take that pain away. I've seen hurt people heal. Honestly, I've seen people that have gone through the worst things in life, and Jesus brings them out of the dunghill and cleans them up and uses them for mighty things. And even if it's not the sense of mighty things, if you're not popular, no, you don't have to be popular and all. I've seen people that have horrible life experience in the sense that life has done them basbos, serious basbos, but they came out of it, and Jesus brought them out of that and heals them and set them in a place of admiration where people look at them and they no longer look like what they've gone through. Jesus can do that with you. So trust God with your feelings. When you're feeling the most vulnerable, the most weak from those horrible experiences, maybe past relationship or how you grew up in that toxic environment, go to God in prayer. Lord, I'm feeling rather not bonita today. Please take this pain away. Heal me, Lord. Heal me, and listen to songs that will also minister that. One particular one that ministers always to me, it's Broken by K Strings. I know many of us know the chorus, but we don't know the title of the song. Listen to songs like that talks about Jesus fixing us, picking us up, fixing us, and taking the pain away, taking the hurt away, healing our wounds and binding them. That's another scripture. Say he will heal your wound and bind them. He's the balm in Gilead. So trust God with your heart, trust God with your pain. And you can move from being that disorganizedly attached person to being a securely attached person who is empathetic towards others, who is loving, who is not overly sensitive or the other extreme of being angry, or who is not always pushing people away and just wanting, who is accepting of when love comes, you accept it and you also give it back. You can get to that place, right? So I trust the Lord to Heal every heart that is listening to this podcast today, whatever your own attachment style is. Either you're anxious or you're avoidant or you're disorganized. I pray today that the healing hand of God will rest upon your heart and take away those pains gradually but surely. I know He is working on your heart to take those pain away. And you will move from being this insecurely attached person to being securely attached. You give love and you accept love. The love of God envelopes your heart and makes you feel worthy. You are worthy of love, you are worthy of being loved, and you are also worthy of giving love. I pray your heart is healed in the name of Jesus. The Lord ministers peace to you and strengthens your heart. In Jesus' mighty name, I have prayed. Amen. I'll see you next week on another episode. So we are done treating attachment styles. We're moving on to the last episode of subtle reasons why your relationship won't last. It's been a jolly good 6 weeks, I think, now. And I'll be bringing soon enough another series or different separate topic. I don't know when it's going to be yet. But I'm grateful for what this year has looked like on the Monday Morning Rant, and I look forward to bringing more godly and psychologically inclined and beautiful topics to you. The Lord bless you. Stay blessed. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support and thank you for listening to me. I'll see you next week on another episode of the Monday Morning Rant podcast. Yeah. Bye.